Hey, what's shaking bacon? No big surprise here. I'm not in supermodel mode because I'm not a supermodel. However, it is MS Awareness Month, which is the month of March. And I do take, for my medication, my disease modifier, I take Kesimpta. You'll see commercials on TV for Kesimpta. It's for relapsing, remitting, and secondary progressive. According to my neurologist, I'm now secondary, but that's mostly just because I've had it for so long. And in 2021, when I got COVID, and it's my body's hyperreaction, which is what an autoimmune disease is. Basically, your immune system hyperreacts to things and starts attacking your own body. Well, it hyperreacted, and the inflammation set into two little spots on my spinal cord and partially frayed my spinal cord, which is why I am now in a wheelchair outside of the house, and inside the house I kind of wall surf back and forth. I wasn't planning on shooting videos today, which is why I might look like this. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be distracted, but my hair looks gross. Anyway, today is shot day. And I wait until the end of the day so I can take it right before I go to bed to just sort of, one time I got kind of nauseous with it. It's been years, but I just kind of always take it right before I go to bed now. So Kesimpta is a disease modifier. If you do not have insurance, this one shot, you take one shot every single month, and it is $15,000 because it's not generic yet. And I always say, if you use somebody whose service you see advertised on TV, there's a reason they can afford to put ads on TV. And so there you have it. You still see ads for Kesimpta pretty often, at least here in the Denver market. MS, multiple sclerosis, does affect 1 out of every approximately 500 people in the state of Colorado. They're still working to find why that is. They don't think there's a causation, but there is a correlation between latitude and so the higher up in latitude, not elevation, the more chances are that you have or you will develop MS. And they're thinking maybe that has something to do with our lack of direct vitamin D, because everybody that has MS has a low vitamin D level, or there's a million other things if you follow the research. However, it's shot time. Now this goes in my belly, because my belly is where I can pinch an inch or more. And this is the type of shot that does not go into muscle. So if it was supposed to go right into my muscle, I would put it here because I can feel the muscle right underneath the skin here, or like on the back of your arm where you know that there's a muscle, you can feel it come through. There are certain meds that need to go there. That's usually where you get your vaccines, and why you get them there. Go straight into to the muscle, like your tetanus shot. You know how when you get your tetanus shot, it sometimes is painful the day after. It's because it goes into the muscle. This does not go into the muscle. However, let me tell you a little bit about side effects. This drug itself is basically a low dose, a very, very low dose chemo. So everybody's reaction is a little bit different, but my reaction is the day after, I usually get a little boost, and then the next 5 to 7 days after that, I'm not really feeling top of my game. Fatigue sets in. A lot of my other symptoms just sort of get a little bit bigger or a little stronger. And I've tried journaling and writing it all down. It's a little bit different each time. All I know is that taking this monthly shot is way easier on my body than going in for an infusion every 6 months, where you have to sit there for 4 hours and you're hooked up, and you actually do it in the cancer ward. great little humbling piece, because as hard as my life is with MS and as hard as things are, it's not trying to kill me. It's just trying to slow me down. And it's been able, my MS, I like to look at as a gift. It has slowed me down and given me perspective and giving me the opportunity to see people and to listen more and to experience things that I absolutely know, due to the pace of my life and the way that I was blowing through life, just checking boxes, I would have missed out on so much. So yeah, thankful for the little shot, and thankful that I don't have to go in every 6 months to get the big infusion, because man, you get steroids for that one, and you feel good for really good for a couple days, and then like you got hit by a bus for a couple days after that. So this is preloaded. I'm always a little scared to do it. This is what it looks like. You just tap the blue part, you press it up to, I'm gonna lean back, you can see my skin here. So press down, it's in and it's injecting, and then it retracts. I always hold it there, kind of count to 10, leave it for just a minute. I want my body to absorb every little ounce, every little penny of that 15 grand shot. The good juice, there it is. There's no real, it's just a little red dot there now, and by tomorrow it'll be gone. So I wanted to just give you a little information on the disease modifying drug. Now, I take other drugs, 5 others. There's been a couple that I didn't want to take. They were prescribed, and it's always your choice as to how you choose to lean in. I attempt to eat a low inflammatory diet, meaning I don't do nightshades. I virtually cut out all tomatoes, eggplant, things like that, which kind of sucks because those are all things I love, especially during their seasonality and in the summertime. Then I drink at least 88 ounces of water a day. What else do I do? There's 5 drugs. There's an antispasm. There is an anti-anxiety. There is a handful of other ones that help deal with. I have a little bit of rheumatoid arthritis. And if you have one autoimmune disease, it's highly likely that you're going to have another one. And that arthritis happens to be my secondary. And so it predominantly shows up in my hips and knees. But I'm 43, and arthritis starts to set in on people in their 40s anyway, or before. So there you have it. This is my one disease modifier, and then I have the other ones that treat the effects of MS. I call them the circle drugs, everything around my life that affects all the little circle. And then I can kind of use my diet to control other things. My stress level I work on, I journal. I have a multitude of projects to work on at any given time, so that if I have a low mental load day, like I just can't write contracts, or I can't go through things like that for an extended period of time, I have backup systems for that. And then I also am able to pivot to do the more creative things. And on the days when I have no grip in my hands and I need to write contracts, then I do that. So that's what voice to text is for. So if you're interested in learning more about MS, or more about some of my systems, my workarounds, my hacks, I'd love to share them. You can go ahead and make it a comment below. My goal over this next year is to share, to be more transparent about my life with MS and my struggles. I talk about it in my book that should go to the publisher today or tomorrow. Late submission tonight or early tomorrow. And if you want to hear some personal stories, if you want to hear about my workarounds, if you want to hear about the book Obstacle Opportunity, just let me know and comment below or shoot me a little DM. And I'm an open book, guys. We're all in this together. We're all learning how to do hard a little bit better. So thank you for watching and have a great